Hello everyone. Welcome back to DKD Education. In this video, we are diving into UGC Net Tourism Administration and Management, Unit 2, Rotation, Revolution, and World Geography. We'll explore the fascinating dynamics of Earth's movements, understand how rotation and revolution shape global geography, and connect these fundamental concepts to essential topics in tourism and management for your exam. This session also includes previous year questions, PYQs, and multiple choice questions, MCQs, to help you test your understanding and prepare effectively. If you find this information helpful, please like, comment, and share your suggestions for our next topic. Your feedback is highly valued and helps us deliver better content for your success. Understanding Earth's movements and global geography. Welcome to our exploration of Earth's dynamic movements and the complex systems that shape our planet's geography. This unit will take you on a journey from understanding how Earth moves through space to discovering the diverse climates, vegetation patterns, and environmental systems that make our world unique. You'll learn essential geographical concepts that help us navigate, understand weather patterns, and appreciate the incredible diversity of life on Earth. How Earth moves, rotation and revolution. Earth's rotation. Earth spins like a giant top on its imaginary axis, completing one full rotation every 24 hours. This spinning motion is what creates our cycle of day and night. As Earth rotates from west to east, different parts of our planet face toward or away from the sun. When your location faces the sun, you experience daylight. When it faces away, you experience nighttime. Earth's revolution. While Earth rotates on its axis, it also travels in a giant oval path called an orbit around the sun. This journey takes 365 and a quarter days to complete, which is why we have 1 year. The extra quarter day is why we add an extra day every 4 years during leap years. This orbital motion, combined with Earth's tilted axis, creates our 4 seasons as different parts of Earth receive varying amounts of sunlight throughout the year. Earth's rotation creates the day-night cycle we experience every 24 hours. Other Earth movements. Beyond rotation and revolution, Earth's surface is constantly changing through tectonic movements. The massive plates that make up Earth's crust slowly move, shift, and collide, causing earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and the formation of mountain ranges. These geological processes shape our planet's surface and influence weather patterns and climate zones around the world. The global grid, latitude and longitude. Lines of latitude. Latitude lines run horizontally around Earth, parallel to the equator. They measure distance north or south of the equator, which is at 0 degrees. The North Pole is at 90 degree N and the South Pole is at 90 degree S. Important latitude lines include the Tropic of Cancer, 23.5 degree N, Tropic of Capricorn, 23.5 degree S, Arctic Circle, 66.5 degree N, and Antarctic Circle, 66.5 degree S. Lines of longitude. Longitude lines run vertically from pole to pole, measuring distance east or west of the prime meridian, 0 degrees, in Greenwich, England. These lines range from 0 degrees to 180 degrees in both directions. The international date line roughly follows the 180 degrees meridian on the opposite side of Earth from Greenwich. Finding locations. When latitude and longitude lines intersect, they create a unique address for any location on Earth. For example, New York City is located at approximately 40.7 degree N, 74.0 degree W. This global grid system allows us to pinpoint exact locations anywhere on our planet, making it essential for navigation, mapping, and understanding geographical relationships. Climate zones are closely related to latitude lines. Areas near the equator, low latitudes, receive direct sunlight year-round and have tropical climates, while areas near the poles, high latitudes, receive indirect sunlight and have colder climates. IATA, organizing global travel. The International Air Transport Association, IATA, has created a systematic way to organize global travel through codes and regional divisions that make international travel more efficient and standardized. Area 1. Western Hemisphere including North America, Central America, America, South America, and the Caribbean islands. Area 2. Europe, Africa, and the Middle East regions. Area 3. Asia, Australasia, and South Pacific Islands. IATA coding systems. IATA uses specific codes to identify cities, airports, and airlines worldwide. Three-letter city codes identify major cities and airports, like DEL for Delhi, JFK for New York's John F. Kennedy Airport, and LHR for London Heathrow. Airlines receive two-letter codes for identification, such as AI for Air India, BA for British Airways, and UA for United Airlines. These codes appear on tickets, baggage tags, and reservation systems, making global travel coordination possible. Each IATA area is further subdivided into sub-areas and sub-regions for more precise fare calculations, routing decisions, and operational purposes. This systematic organization helps airlines, travel agents, and passengers navigate the complex world of international air travel. Time zones and the International Date Line. The International Date Line zigzags through the Pacific Ocean. Understanding time zones. Earth is divided into 24 time zones, roughly corresponding to the 24 hours in a day. Each time zone represents about 15 degrees of longitude. 360 degrees divided by 24 hours is equal to 15 degrees. As you travel eastward, you gain time, and as you travel westward, you lose time. However, political and practical considerations mean that time zone boundaries don't always follow longitude lines exactly. Greenwich Mean Time, GMT. Greenwich Mean Time, also known as Coordinated Universal Time, UTC, serves as the world's time reference point. Located at 0 degrees longitude in Greenwich, England, GMT helps us calculate local times around the world. Every location's time is expressed as either ahead of, plus, or behind, dash, GMT. The International Date Line. The International Date Line is an imaginary line that roughly follows 180 degrees longitude through the Pacific Ocean. When you cross this line traveling westward, you add a day to your calendar. When crossing eastward, you subtract a day. The line zigzags around islands and territories to keep countries and island groups on the same side of the date line, avoiding the confusion of having different dates in the same nation. Calculating local time. To calculate local time, use this formula. Local time is equal to GMT plus longitude difference in hours. Remember that every 15 degrees of longitude equals 1 hour of time difference. Locations east of Greenwich add hours to GMT, while locations west of Greenwich subtract hours from GMT. Aviation time concepts. 1. Flying time. The actual duration an aircraft spends in the air, from the moment it takes off until it touches down at its destination. This doesn't include time spent on the ground for any stops. 2. Ground time. The time an aircraft spends on the ground during its journey, including stops for refueling, maintenance, passenger boarding, or crew changes at intermediate airports. 3. Elapsed time. The total time from scheduled departure to final arrival, including all flying time, ground time, and any delays. This is what passengers experience as their total journey time. Daylight saving time. Many countries adjust their clocks forward by 1 hour during summer months to extend evening daylight hours. This practice, called Daylight Saving Time (DST), was originally implemented to conserve energy and make better use of natural daylight. Not all countries observe DST, and those that do may change their clocks on different dates, which can complicate international travel planning and scheduling. Understanding these time concepts is crucial for aviation professionals and travelers alike. Airlines must carefully calculate flight schedules considering time zone changes, seasonal time adjustments, and the various factors that affect total travel time. Passengers use elapsed time to plan their journeys, while airlines use flying time and ground time for operational planning and efficiency measurements. Climate and vegetation patterns worldwide. Earth's diverse climate zones create distinct vegetation patterns that support different ecosystems and human activities. Understanding these patterns helps us appreciate the relationships between climate, plant life, and human settlement patterns. North America features nearly every climate zone from Arctic tundra in northern Canada and Alaska to tropical conditions in Central America and the Caribbean. The continent's vegetation ranges from coniferous forests in the north to deciduous forests in temperate regions, grasslands in the interior plains, and desert plants in the southwestern United States and Mexico. South America, home to the world's largest rainforest in the Amazon basin, with equatorial and tropical climates dominating the northern regions. The continent also features temperate grasslands, pampas, the extremely dry Atacama Desert, and varied vegetation from dense rainforests to sparse desert shrubs and temperate forests in the south. Europe, characterized by oceanic climates in the west with mild temperatures and year-round rainfall, continental climates in the east with greater temperature extremes, and Mediterranean climates in the south. Vegetation includes deciduous forests, coniferous forests in northern and mountainous areas, Mediterranean shrublands, and tundra in the far north. Africa features equatorial rainforests in central regions, vast savannas with grasslands and scattered trees north and south of the equator, and extensive deserts including the Sahara. The continent's vegetation supports incredible wildlife diversity, from dense forest ecosystems to drought-adapted desert plants and the iconic acacia trees of the savanna. Asia and Australasia, diverse climates and ecosystems. Asia's climate diversity. Asia, the world's largest continent, contains nearly every climate type imaginable. Southeast Asia and southern India experience equatorial and tropical climates with hot, wet conditions and monsoon rainfall patterns. Central and Northern Asia have continental climates with cold winters and hot summers, while western regions feature desert conditions. The vast Siberian region experiences tundra conditions with extremely cold temperatures and permafrost. Asian vegetation patterns. This climate diversity creates equally diverse vegetation zones. Tropical rainforests with bamboo, teak, and dense undergrowth thrive in Southeast Asia. Deciduous forests with oak, maple, and other broadleaf trees grow in temperate regions. The massive Siberian taiga features coniferous forests of pine and fir. Grasslands and steppes with short grasses cover Mongolia and Kazakhstan, while desert regions support drought-adapted plants like cacti and xerophytes. Australasia's unique environments. Australia presents a fascinating study in climate and vegetation adaptation. The northern regions experience tropical conditions with hot, wet summers and dry winters. The vast interior is dominated by desert and semi-arid conditions, creating some of the world's hottest and driest environments. Southern and eastern coastal areas have temperate and Mediterranean climates with milder conditions. Australian vegetation. Dominated by unique eucalyptus forests and woodlands, drought-resistant grasslands with spinifex and Mitchell grass, and desert grass, and desert shrublands. These plants have evolved special adaptations to survive in Australia's often harsh, dry conditions. New Zealand and Pacific Islands. New Zealand's maritime climate supports lush fern forests, kauri trees, and beech forests. Pacific Islands enjoy tropical conditions with warm, humid weather year-round, supporting dense rainforests and coastal vegetation. Here is the text exactly as it appears on your slide. Asia and Australasia, diverse climates and ecosystems. Asia's climate diversity. Asia, the world's largest continent, contains nearly every climate type imaginable. Southeast Asia and southern India experience equatorial and tropical climates with hot, wet conditions and monsoon rainfall patterns. Central and northern Asia have continental climates with cold winters and hot summers, while western regions feature desert conditions. The vast Siberian region experiences tundra conditions with extremely cold temperatures and permafrost. Asian vegetation patterns. This climate diversity creates equally diverse vegetation zones. Tropical rainforests with bamboo, teak, and dense undergrowth thrive in Southeast Asia. Deciduous forests with oak, maple, and other broadleaf trees grow in temperate regions. The massive Siberian taiga features coniferous forests of pine and fir. Grasslands. Weather, climate, and tourism. Weather and climate play crucial roles in determining tourist destinations and travel patterns worldwide. Understanding these relationships helps us appreciate why certain places become popular tourist destinations during specific seasons. Weather elements. Key weather elements include temperature, air pressure, wind speed and direction, humidity levels, precipitation, rain, snow, sleet, hail, cloud cover, visibility, and sunshine duration. These elements combine to create the daily weather conditions that affect our comfort and activities. Tourism impact. Pleasant weather conditions attract tourists to destinations like hill stations during hot summers or beach resorts during mild winters. Extreme weather events such as heavy rainfall, heat waves, cold snaps, or natural disasters can significantly reduce tourist arrivals and affect local economies dependent on tourism. Climate change effects. Climate change increasingly affects tourist destinations, with some ski resorts experiencing less snow, coastal areas facing flooding risks, and extreme weather becoming more frequent. Tourist preferences are adapting as people become more conscious of weather forecasts and climate-related risks when planning trips. India's climate and vegetation diversity. India exemplifies how climate diversity creates varied vegetation patterns within a single country. The nation primarily experiences a tropical monsoon climate with hot summers, wet monsoon seasons, and mild winters. However, regional variations create 6 distinct climate zones from tropical wet conditions along the southwest coast and northeast regions to arid conditions in the Thar Desert. This climate diversity supports equally diverse vegetation zones, tropical evergreen forests in the wettest areas like the Western Ghats, tropical deciduous forests across central India that shed their leaves during dry seasons, thorn forests with drought-adapted plants in dry regions, coastal mangroves in delta areas, and montane forests with pine and fir trees in the Himalayas. Each vegetation zone supports different wildlife species and human economic activities, from timber harvesting to agriculture and tourism. Environmental protection and sustainable tourism. As global tourism grows, protecting our environment becomes increasingly important. Various laws, assessments, and management systems work together to ensure that tourism development doesn't harm the natural and cultural resources that make destinations attractive. 1972 Wildlife Protection Act. India's comprehensive law for protecting wild animals, birds, and plants, establishing protected areas like national parks and wildlife sanctuaries. 1980 Forest Conservation Act. Restricts the use of forest land for non-forest purposes, aimed at preventing deforestation and promoting forest conservation. 1986 Environment Protection Act. Passed after the Bhopal gas tragedy, providing a comprehensive framework for environmental protection and coordination of policies. 1994 Environmental Impact Assessment. Process requiring evaluation of environmental effects before approving development projects, ensuring negative impacts are minimized. Key environmental concepts. Carrying capacity, the maximum number of people who can visit a tourist site simultaneously without causing environmental degradation or diminishing visitor satisfaction. This concept is crucial for sustainable tourism management. Environmental Management Systems, EMS, organized approaches that help tourism businesses and destinations reduce their environmental impacts through systematic planning, implementation, and continuous improvement processes. Earth's rotation causes A. Seasons, B. Day and night, C. Climate change, D. Earthquakes. Answer B. Day and night. Answer B. The World Tourism Organization, UNWTO, is headquartered at A. New York, B. Paris, C. Madrid, D. Geneva. Answer C. Madrid. Answer C. Madrid. Major functions of a travel agency include A. Hotel booking, B. Providing travel information and ticketing, C. Operating transport, D. Managing tourism sites. Answer B. Providing travel information and ticketing. The Golden Triangle tourist circuit in India comprises A. Delhi, Jaipur, Agra, B. Mumbai, Pune, Goa, C. Chennai, Hyderabad, Bangalore, D. Kolkata, Puri, Bhubaneswar. Answer A. Delhi, Jaipur, Agra. The Forest Conservation Act was passed in A. 1970 to B. 1980 C. 1986 D. 1994. Answer B. 1980. Answer B. Sustainable tourism primarily promotes A. Mass tourism growth, B. Community welfare and environmental protection, C. Tourism infrastructure alone, D. Luxury resorts. Answer B. Community welfare and environmental protection. The acronym MICE in tourism stands for A. Meetings, incentives, conferences, exhibitions, B. Markets, industry, commerce, exhibitions, C. Management, innovation, culture, environment, D. Movement, immigration, customs, entry. Answer A. Meetings, incentives, conferences, exhibitions. The World Travel and Tourism Council, WTTC, represents A. Governments, B. Private tourism sector, C. UN agencies, D. Cultural bodies. Answer B. Private tourism sector. Answer Ecotourism mainly focuses on A. Mass tourism, B. Environmental education and conservation, C. Luxury resorts, D. Adventure sports only. Answer B. Environmental education and conservation. A travel agency's direct distribution channel is A. Online booking platforms, B. Travel wholesalers, C. Tour operators, D. Local hotels. Answer A. Online booking platforms. Answer Which state in India is famous for backwater tourism? A. Goa, B. Kerala, C. Tamil Nadu, D. Maharashtra. Answer B. Kerala. Answer B. Kerala. Which Indian festival is associated with Jaipur? A. Pushkar Fair. B. Elephant Festival. C. Desert Festival. D. Hornbill Festival. Answer B. Elephant Festival. Answer B. The term carrying capacity in tourism means A. Number of transport vehicles. B. Max tourists without side damage. C. Number of hotels. D. Visitor capacity of airports. Answer B. Max tourists without side damage. The International Air Transport Association IATA code for Delhi is A. DELB, DLIC, DBID, DEH. Answer A. DEL. Answer A. The Wildlife Protection Act was enacted in A. 1972. B. 1980. C. 1986. D. 1992. Answer A. 1972. Answer A. The concept of sustainable tourism was globally emphasized during which event? A. Rio Earth Summit 1992. B. Kyoto Protocol 1997. C. Paris Agreement 2015. D. Montreal Protocol 1987. Answer A. Rio Earth Summit 1992. The largest tropical rainforest in the world is located in A. Amazon Basin. B. Congo Basin. C. Southeast Asia. D. Australian outback. Answer A. Amazon Basin. Answer A. Tour packaging involves A. Selling individual services separately. B. Combining transport, accommodation, and activities. C. Only hotel booking. D. Only flight bookings. Answer B. Combining transport, accommodation, and activities. Responsible tourism encourages A. Unregulated tourist activity. B. Environmental conservation and community benefits. C. Mass tourism indiscriminately. D. Only luxury travel. Answer B. Environmental conservation and community benefits. Who regulates international civil aviation standards? A. IATA. B. ICAO. C. WTO. D. UNWTO. Answer B. ICAO. Answer B. The World Heritage Committee is a body of which organization? A. UNESCO. B. UNWTO. C. WTO. D. IUCN. Answer A. UNESCO. Answer A. What causes the cycle of day and night on Earth? A. Earth's revolution. B. Earth's rotation. C. Earth's tilted axis. D. Moon's revolution. Answer B. Earth's rotation. Answer B. How long does it take for Earth to complete one full revolution around the Sun? A. 24 hours. B. 30 days. C. 365 and a quarter days. D. 12 months. Answer C. 365 and a quarter days. The angle of tilt of Earth's axis is approximately A. 15 degrees. B. 23.5 degrees. C. 30 degrees. D. 45 degrees. Answer B. 23.5 degrees. Lines of latitude run A. Vertically from pole to pole. B. Horizontally around the Earth. C. Diagonally across the Earth. D. None of the above. Answer B. Horizontally around the Earth. Answer. Which of the following passes through Greenwich, England and is the 0 degrees longitude? A. International Date Line. B. Equator. C. Prime Meridian. D. Tropic of Cancer. Answer C. Prime Meridian. Answer C. The International Date Line is approximately located at A. 90 degrees E longitude. B. 180 degrees longitude. C. 0 degrees longitude. D. 23.5 degrees N latitude. Answer B. 180 degrees longitude. What happens when you cross the International Date Line traveling westward? A. Lose a day. B. Gain a day. C. No change in date. D. Subtract a year. Answer B. Gain a day. Answer B. The International Air Transport Association (IATA) codes for airports generally contain how many letters? A. 2B, 3C, 4D, 1. Answer B. 3. Answer B. 3. Daylight saving time (DST) involves A. Adjusting clocks backward by 1 hour in summer. B. Adjusting clocks forward by 1 hour in summer. C. Changing time zones. D. Extending night hours in winter. Answer B. Adjusting clocks forward by 1 hour in summer. What does carrying capacity mean in the context of tourism? A. The number of vehicles a tourist site can hold. B. The maximum number of tourists a site can support without environmental degradation. C. The number of hotels in a region. D. The number of flights landing at an airport. Answer B. The maximum number of tourists a site can support without environmental degradation. Thank you for watching DKD Education. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Drop your thoughts in the comments, we'd love to hear from you. Stay tuned for more educational content.